What's going on, guys? We are back. I hope everyone has had a great summer. I had a busy summer, so I haven't had many videos coming out. Season's getting underway and super excited. First day, we got 3 games on the schedule. You can see them here. We got early game Preds and Lightning. Then we got the game of the day for sure. Sid versus the Kid, Connor Bedard versus Sidney Crosby, the Chicago Blackhawks versus Pens. Should be a great one. Everyone's going to be watching this one. Broadcast on Sportsnet, also broadcast on TVA Sports. Apparently that's a network in the US I'm not familiar with, not sure if that's rebranded or something, but that game is going to be widely watched. So hopefully that's a great one. Really excited to get a look at Connor Bedard in his first NHL game. Is he going to have a game like Matthews did in his debut? Who knows? Connor Bedard, a couple games pointless in the preseason, the last couple, which is really interesting. I'm sure he hasn't been pointless in a hockey game since he was, I don't know, maybe in his life. But anyways, should be a great game, so super excited to watch him and excited to see what happens with his cards, obviously, as the year progresses. But then we get into the late game with the expansion teams, or the newest teams in the league, rather, with the Kraken versus the Golden Knights. So we will watch that game. Should be a good one as well. What I wanted to look at, though, is 5 young guns that I think could do pretty well this year. Some of them I own, some of them I don't. These are just players that I'm watching and I think are a little bit interesting. Take a look at their numbers, take a look at their cards, and see what's going on there. So first off, we got from the Buffalo Sabres, we got JJ Peterka. You can see here I got these should be at 180 days. So Peterka actually going up slightly with a PSA 10 while his raw has been down a bit. Pop 235 on the Peterka. Interesting to see that go up. We have, as you can see here, a pretty good ratio. Actually, we'll go to the 14-day ending, 7.4 ratio. So you have a $9 raw card and then about a $70 PSA 10. Not bad there. JJ Peterka. Take a look at his line mates here. Buffalo going to be a really interesting team. They got a good young core. Missing Matthew Savoy and Jack Quinn, notably. But good young core here. This top line isn't going to change. Peterka slotted on the second line with Olofsson and Cousins. See what happens. This looks like a middle 6, along with maybe Krebs. That there could be some shuffling in here. So we will see along with when players get back from injury. Peterka not slotted on the power play, but let's take a look at his numbers from last year. So we're taking a look on Natural Stat Trick here. My go-to for just some general advanced analytics, nothing too crazy, but we're taking a look at all strengths. So all situations. And last year, 77 games played, he had 12 goals, 20 assists for 32 points, 125 shots on goal. So 125 shots on goal in 77 games played. For a goal scorer, that's not going to cut it. You got to get that up. Low shooting percentage, 9.6. Not too bad, but 55% in the faceoff dot. Pretty good there. Corsi 4, 51.6. Not too bad on Buffalo. And then we take a look at PDO, which is below 1, so a little bit low with an on-ice shooting percentage, 9.67. Typically, when players are putting up points, you'll see a higher on-ice shooting percentage there. But there's JJ Peterka, a guy I'll be watching, curious to see how he plays. Next guy, we got Kent Johnson from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Take a look at his lines too, pretty interesting. He's slotted on the third line with Adam Fantilli. Kent Johnson, Adam Fantilli slotted on the same line. Then you got Roslovic bringing some veteran presence if these lines hold true. Pretty interesting line there, so good for Kent Johnson. We'll see what he can do there along with Adam Fantilli. Obviously not a heck of a lot expected from Columbus. He's got a $13 young gun and an $87 PSA 10. We'll take a look at the 14-day average. Again, 7.1 for ratio. So a pretty decent ratio there on a 22-23 young gun. That is a pretty tough gem. See the pop at 255. I would expect that to go up, but with the market slowing, these pops likely aren't going to go up the same way that they did with, you saw it with PD. You saw it with Cole Caulfield, like Connor Bedard's pop is obviously going to be astronomical. You think Connor McDavid has a lot of PSA 10s and BGS 9.5s and gem mint cards? Wait for Connor Bedard, guys. It's going to be insanity, but it's all good. It's good for the hobby and good for hockey in general. People are watching, people care, people who otherwise wouldn't. So I'm not bashing the kid at all. I want to see what he does. Next player, let's take a look at, speaking of Connor Bedard, this is essentially a derivative of Connor Bedard. We got Lucas Reichel, $10 card, or sorry, $10 starting price. His last sale was $23.54. Got a $120 last sale on his young gun, so his average, his ratio at about 6.4. If we take away this high point, sort of trending up to flat, you can see it's showing the raw up 136%, starting off at $10 and up to $23. And the young gun, which is a pop, 255 at 120. Let's see what he did last year. So just 23 games played. Remember, he had 15 points, so 7 goals, 8 assists. Certainly good. That's what is bringing these expectations, along with the opportunity to play with Connor Bedard. Shooting at 16.6%, so definitely a shooter's percentage. Is that sustainable? I guess we'll see. It's sustainable for your elite shooters. I'm not sure if Lucas Reichel will be able to maintain that. We'll see. He should have a pretty good passing player with him in Connor Bedard, so he's going to get some empty netters. Corsi 4 here, 46%, so far from ideal there. PDO 0.999, so about even. High danger goals for percentage, 63%, and scoring for percentage at 49.26. So he was averaging almost 2 shots a game, which isn't so bad. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do with these shots. No, I'm not sure if Lucas Reichel is expected to be a goal scorer. Obviously, Connor Bedard is expected to be a goal scorer, so I would expect his assists to go up, but derivative of Bedard again, and we'll see what happens with his young gun throughout the season. Next player, we got Guy, who I am super high on, and you can see his PSA 10 has come down while his raw card has stayed flat. This only a pop 227 too, so these are also going to be some of the first cards graded, so I guess it's not all that interesting that that card has come down that much. We'll take a look at his ratio. So ratio 5.1, so still I would say somewhat in line with your low pop PSA 10s. You're getting ratios between 5 to 7 of these sort of guys, the guys who people are speculating on. So sort of in line right there. And Wyatt Johnston, 24 goals in 82 games. So you can see here 160 shots. So he's at about 2 shots a game and a shooting percentage of 15. So again, pretty good shooting percentage there. Corsi 4, 52.6. Good Corsi 4, good possession number, slightly high PDO, and almost a 60% high danger goals for. And let's check goals for percentage, 55.74. A shooter like him, again, something I'll be watching from Bedard is total shots on goal. So if he can get more shots on net, he's gonna score more goals. Go figure, right? It's a simple game. Shoot the puck more, get more shots on goal, and you score more. Figure that one out, right? Easier said than done. Easier said than done. I'll tell you that much. Take a look at some great players who can barely get 2 shots on goal a game. The chalk of 22-23 on pace. He would have been on pace to 50 last year. I was extremely high. I do have a piece of Caulfield. I will say I have some young guns, and I'm not sure if I should combine them and make a silver foil, or if I'm just going to grade them individually. What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. Should I make a silver foil or just grade them individually? I believe his gem rate was around 33%, but you can see here his last sale was about $70 US raw, and then a $293 young gun, which has actually trended, both prices trended upwards over the summer. Caulfield isn't a secret. People are expecting things of him. He's in Montreal. He's got that premium. We'll take a look at his ratio, 14 days at 4, so a little bit lower, but look at this pop 2401. So even though it's a low gem rate, Cole Caulfield is being graded, and that pop is going up. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you watch a game tonight. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great game to your team. I hope they do well. I just hope they finish second to Colorado this year. So hope you have a great day, guys. Have fun and be kind, guys. We'll check you.